This time on Universal Confusion Podcast.
But I mean, I think the bigger news thing here is they're dropping the Epstein names.
I can't even read it, dude.
Names.
Why?
It's in. I can't. I was looking on the PDFs and I was like, I'm not wasting my time.
I mean, all those girls had to do to get away is like stairs. Like,
right.
In the way.
like stairs. Like go up or downstairs. You
Yeah.
could have gotten away.
A stair. would
One
actually
stair would have
suffice
done the
with
trick.
the guy in the wheelchair.
So, yeah.
Just saying.
How many hours a week do I need to work to get some?
Yeah.
All right, 50. Cool.
Right?
I'm in.
With a little bit of overtime.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Big paycheck this week, honey. Welcome back to Universal Confusion Podcast. Boys, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
A hot minute, too.
A hot minute.
Cold minute, motherfucker.
Yeah, no, it's
Winter.
wintertime. Cold. You guys have a good Christmas, New Year's, all that stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got sick right after Christmas. You know, that's always good.
Good. Yeah. Well, good thing we took a break.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It
Getting
was.
sick. I got sick before Christmas.
Yeah.
It seems like Christmas is, everyone's always sick at Christmas.
Everybody's sick, usually before and after Christmas. So
The only good thing about that is sometimes it gets you out of going to Christmas stuff.
that's true.
Is that why you got sick? I don't want to go to this. So
Might be next year.
I'm going to lick the floor for a while.
Got pretty
Might
close
be.
on that one.
Aaron's just driving down the street like, hey, you don't look healthy. Come here. Let's make out for a moment.
Hey, can you cough on me?
So if it's still within the time frame, then yeah, that might happen.
Yep. No,
I
we
can get sick by Christmas.
we took a break for Christmas, New Year's, all that stuff. It was good, man. Anything interesting? Anything fun? Anybody?
I laid in a coffin and just hibernated.
Well, that's every
does.
Tuesday night, right?
Didn't talk to anyone for a while. Just
Sometimes you
stayed
need that.
there. It's good.
Master,
Good stuff.
it is now time to wakey
Didn't
wake.
talk to anyone. Just just shut everyone out. Nice.
Yeah, I need that sometimes.
That sounds like a good Christmas spirit, you know? Like,
Right.
We already did the Christmas podcast.
Christmas is
We're not
over.
rehashing this.
Moving on.
Yeah. If you wanna-
2024, boys.
It is 2024. What was the big news of the week?
The big news of the week was it's the first week of January.
That too.
Yeah.
Yep. How about
Today's a big celebration. Today it officially is the most important holiday of the year.
today is?
That was the un-American insurrection of the Capitol building.
Oh, it is the 6th.
Today,
On
yeah, as of
January
recording
6th.
this, it is the
It
6th.
is the 6th.
Yeah, we
And,
could have done that.
Yeah.
Well, that's not what we're talking about today.
No, we're definitely not.
But today is a big day. This is when the biggest domestic threat that ever happened to our country. Some dudes walked around the Senate, put their feet on Pelosi's desk.
Yeah.
I bet there were balls.
A chick
I
that
bet
was
there were
in there
balls.
got shot by the Capitol Police is the only fatality that
No,
died.
there was another one.
No buildings were burned. No.
Capitol policeman got pepper sprayed and then died from strokes later.
Right.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure
there's
that's
that
the pepper
too.
spray though, but whatever.
Is that true?
Yeah,
From
there
what I
was
read,
like
yeah.
some cops died
Yeah.
later, especially like one dude.
But I
like-
mean, all the
of all
cops there
stroke.
are eventually going to die later.
To be
yeah,
fair,
exactly.
honestly, everyone there is going to die later.
The only one that
'Cause of
died that
time.
day was Ashley Babbitt.
Yeah. That was one that shot and killed there.
It's not like any buildings were burned and, former old police chiefs that were popular in the community helped guarding a friend's pawn shop wasn't shot to death over Westinghouse TV during the 2020 riots. That was all friendly and good.
Yeah.
That wasn't a bigger deal than some dudes walking around
Well,
carrying a podium and posing
Mostly
for a picture.
peaceful,
That guy had horns on his head, okay? He's scary. That man had horns on his head.
the
He's
paid
taking
actor.
over the
Yeah, I read about
country.
him.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
But I mean, I think the bigger news thing here is they're dropping the Epstein names.
I can't even read it, dude.
Names.
They're-
Why?
It's in. I can't. I was looking on the PDFs and I was like, I'm not wasting my time. It's like wrote in pencil and it was like poorly scanned. I'm like, I'll just wait for
Them
the
to come
actual-
get you. I saw your name on there.
Yeah, like I have the money to go to Epstein Island.
No,
Yeah.
you just got to have that booty, son.
Oh, you're talking about I was there for some old politicians. Some old guys came in there and anal rammed me as a young boy.
Anybody
on
want
Epstein's
to?
Island.
I don't know, butt fuck the Grinch here.
Right. Someone would sign up. Some creepy old guy, old senator from like Montana. That old guy.
He's got
bored.
he's got
I
a big
want a little
Lebowski fetish.
13-year-old
and-
boy. He's like, this
It's all about you.
I want a 13-year-old boy that looks like he's 15. Like, Montana,
I don't think
man,
there
I
was,
like
uh,
to fuck
I
boys.
think there's a lot of boys on the island.
No, probably not.
It seemed like it was a pretty straight
But my
island.
favorite name off of the list that we've seen so far, or whatever, is the dead physicist
Yes.
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking.
Dude,
There's
remember the episode of Family Guy that had
No.
him like on his thing? He's like, oh, I can talk dirty, and he's like, it was like a character that was based on him.
Oh, of course it was
obviously.
a character. I
It was
assume
a
it wasn't
Family
him.
Guy years ago, and he was like, I'll talk dirty
Hilarious.
to you. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. It's like,
Well, and
dude,
this dude,
look it up.
this dude typed and spoke by using the muscles in his eye and
Yeah.
twitching them in the right. How was this dude supposedly doing anything else?
He probably just come put it on my eyeball. He's just like,
No,
he
he
probably
was-
got more girls off with flicking his eyelids.
But he was
dude.
accused
Those things
of
are strong.
being
I mean, it's like a
involved
tongue.
in underage orgies.
Like-
Like Stephen Hawking was
well,
accused.
he wasn't always,
I'm not saying it
we don't
wasn't
care
true,
about.
but that's fucking wild. If
That's-
it is true.
That's like Weekend at Bernie's shit,
That's-
except for he's actually alive.
Well, but is this a list of just all the names who have just been there, or like
So it
specific
does
to-
appear just on the surface anyway to be a list of
Why would you
people that he had
going
had
there,
either
dude?
business dealings with or somehow associated with. Like there's like Cameron Diaz and stuff is on the list.
Because he
and stuff.
mentioned her name.
Correct.
Because of the one chick.
And
Virginia
there's other
Guthrie
people
or
It was
that
a
are on the list
Caribbean
that are like
island.
I met the guy. What didn't even really like him. Like we were at the same Hollywood party one time, kind of. So it's not a list of like went to the island for services or that's not
Yeah.
what the list is.
It's statements made by people that were involved. Is essentially what it
in
is. And,
some
like
shape
different
or form, yeah.
statements that had dropped different names and stuff like that. They got some flight log information.
Yeah.
Clinton's name was dropped. No one's surprised.
50 sometimes or
Yeah,
something. Yeah.
I know it's.
Well, he likes.
I mean, it is filthy. Bill.
He likes.
Like,
he
we,
like-
it's
like
got-
we didn't already know.
he likes
that.
blowing his wad, dude. He doesn't care where.
No.
Not
Or-
I mean,
Surprise.
come on, dude. Are we shocked that Bill Clinton was going there and banging young girls?
the
No.
guy who got his dick sucked in the White House.
No,
I'm
shit,
not.
dude. Obviously, he
surprised.
likes getting off and banging girls. So if
I
he had the
mean,
opportunity to
I do
spend
have
some
to
money
say,
on the hush hush, bang some 15-year-olds,
Yeah.
fucking
you
guy like
imagine,
that
like-
wouldn't think a second about it.
like being president, I would be like trying to get my dick sucked in the Oval Office. Start with the old lady, and if she's like no, and Hillary that probably fucked up and just didn't blow him in the Oval Office.
You think
Why
that's
don't
He
what
was
it
probably like,
here
"Hey,
in
come on."
the Oval
She's like, oh my God, no,
Office.
Bill. So he was
Yeah.
like, oh, well, then fine, fuck you. Hey, Monica, come here.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I got a sexy phone to pick with you. Well,
I'm gonna smoke a cigar tonight.
So just
Just bend
real
over.
quick back to physicist guy. My only thing there is,
Yeah.
and we had talked about this yesterday, but I mean, all those girls had to do to get away is like stairs, like
Right.
In the way,
like stairs, like go up or downstairs. You
Yeah.
could have gotten
a,
away.
A stair. would
One
actually
stair would have
suffice
done the
with
trick.
The guy in the wheelchair.
So
I'm
mean,
not sure he raped anyone. I'm
No.
just saying.
hold on, just take off your
Just
shoes
don't
and
feel
put them
like-
like this.
They had, like literally, there's a million ways to disable that man.
put your keys in the bowl.
Yep. Yep.
Plug his
You come in-
computer. What do
You come in the White House, you put your keys in the bowl.
He talks too much.
That doesn't make any sense. A lot of it doesn't make sense.
Now you were doing some
Well,
looking.
I mean, I could see him being
went deep.
because he was really popular.
Well, he was
so, I mean, I
very
could see
well
him
known
being,
in
like,
pretty much all circles.
Yeah, I doubt he would be.
Epstein.
But you
Was
never
on
know.
it?
No,
You're
no,
like,
no.
you never know because nobody thought Cosby.
This is
So
this guy.
Oh, Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
nobody saw Cosby doing it.
Yeah, but you're talking about somebody who was actually able to walk and talk.
Well, he
versus
was.
someone who wasn't able to
was.
move without motorized assistance.
Yeah.
He made
when
girls
did he
orgasm
become-
with his mind.
when did
bro.
he become,
By
like,
mathematical
quite a while ago.
solutions?
I think he was like late
I thought it was-
20s or something when.
Quite some time ago.
Yeah. No, he's been like that for a
It's
long
a bit
long
ridiculous to even like.
Stephen
I'm sorry,
Hawking?
but
time.
Well,
you can
but
show me the
He's
video
dead,
and I
man.
wouldn't
he's dead
believe
now.
it.
Yeah, he's dead
But
now.
he
How
was
old was he when
asking
he
when-
died?
Well, but I mean, I
It's
could
like in
see
his
him
70s,
being
right?
associated
He was
or, like,
older.
Yeah.
having been there or something. Dude,
He was just asking
Celebrities.
like when he became
A pedophile?
the disabled guy that he was.
Oh, a disabled pedophile.
Just
Maybe-
speaking of pedophiles,
maybe he
this
was
is
the
very
brainchild behind it all.
because what defines a pedophile?
That's a
Um,
pederast. That's a guy that fucks kids.
Pull up the. Oh, you already have it up. Look at that.
Yeah,
There's
except the cookies,
age
bro.
of consent in Europe. So this is the age
It's
of
got to be
consent
in Europe.
in Europe.
Or
What
I'm
about
gonna
in the
get 16.
Caribbean?
We're gonna get there.
Probably like 14.
All these girls didn't come from L.A.
Yeah,
They're
right.
probably
Yeah,
from
true.
all over.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
there was that many. Now go back to the other
Well,
one.
there's reports that
So-
quite a few came from
So it's
Europe.
going to take a while.
The light blue.
First, he has okay.
The
oh, this
light blue
already
is
set up.
14 to 15 years old is the age of consent in Europe.
Okay.
So it is not illegal for an adult male of any age to sleep with a 14 to 15-year-old girl in any of those
I
countries.
feel like
Now,
you're trying
morally-
to sell me that you want to plan a European vacation and you don't want me judging you.
Morally,
If anything,
I think
go
we
to the
can all
gray
agree
state in the middle.
that you shouldn't sleep with 14, 15-year-old girls, but it is legal in these countries.
I would agree with that. Yes, I
And
think it
so,
becomes
so
more of a
if
moral
we're talking
issue.
about legal things, it kind of depends on where they came from.
I got you.
There's 16 to 17 is most of the
But
other
were they in
countries,
that
a few
country
countries.
when the crime was committed?
No, they were in the U.S. Virgin Islands is where the actual
Island.
So then it
Island
was
was
against the law.
Epstein Island.
it was.
Though it was okay to bang
However,
a
it's
child in that
interesting that
country.
if you take a girl from say France who's 15 years old and it's legal in France, and then you go somewhere else, it's not legal.
Well, that's because you're in the country's laws. That's
Correct.
why. I mean,
Correct. But
yeah.
It-
Morally,
it's
it's
not-
wrong every way, though. Yeah.
morally, of course, I would
Yeah.
agree that you especially
Don't do that.
Well-
as a person my age, like I wouldn't date anyone under 25. That's just kind of my thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess a synopsis here. This is what I'm going to guess. I'm thinking that all these European countries have that low age of consent because
They're pervs.
I'm thinking like, a lot of people like the US is basically established from all those countries. So back in the day, people didn't live as long and got married younger and had children, so
Oh yeah, and then there's
they
laws that
probably
haven't changed over the
just
years.
allow
Sure.
the age of being able to get married and you know what I mean with at 15 and start pumping out kids because you're only going to live till you're
there's still a lot. Of,
43.
there's still a lot of places in the world where people
Yeah.
are getting married at 14 years
Yeah,
old
no,
and
still
that kind of
happens.
stuff.
Well, I'm
Um,
not talking
but
about Thailand.
Surprisingly, pull up the United States' age of consent.
Yeah, this kind of threw me for a loop when you were looking at this
The other-
yesterday because I didn't realize.
Hey,
I don't know if you
Hey
can
Gus,
do it.
pull up the other one.
Hey, he got it.
Quit
Finally.
playing, playing Call of Duty
Put
over
your
there.
phone down.
We
so
need
this
to do
is something a lot of
producer.
people don't know.
Okay.
You see the very light blue states?
Yeah.
That's 16. The medium blue are 17, and the dark blue are 18. So there is a ton of states in the United States,
Most of them, actually.
most of them, where the age of consent is 16 years old. We're 17 here in Illinois.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
believe
realize
it's
It's not
16
18.
for every state that begins with an A. It's 16 years.
that.
and then Florida, California, there's a few of them that are 18.
Florida, that's kind of
So-
mind blowing.
so this is
Like, I
interesting.
mean,
This is kind of interesting, and you got to wonder this
but
this
maybe they're
chick
just
that's
like you got to
like the main spokesperson with all the allegations, Virginia Guthrie, and I think I have that right. I'm not sure, but she was 17 in Florida when she was recruited for Epstein's Island. So not legal, but recruited, not kidnapped,
I got you.
not forced into anything, recruited. And then she says that she got 50 to 70 underage girls, which Brad and I both laughed about because I don't even think we know 50 to 70 people,
Let alone
underage
girls to recruit
to recruit.
that are going to listen to me.
This is where all those missing kids
Yeah,
went.
but you go to some of those big ass high schools and stuff.
So no, I guess my point is
He knows.
I don't think
Because
Well,
I
dude,
tried to
dude,
recruit.
bro,
Well, dude, just the
it's
I hang
size
out
of
at
them.
high schools
like-
all the time.
Dude, like,
I don't think these girls were kidnapped.
Oh, I
think
got
these-
you.
I think these
yeah.
girls were offered something that they weren't going to be able to get and agreed to it, whether or not they knew what
all
they
the
were
old
getting
pros
into.
they could
Oh,
handle.
I totally get
Well,
that.
again, morally, terrible.
Old people shouldn't do that to
What
young
they-
girls. Period.
Clearly-
but
I mean,
Clearly
we
manipulated.
have totally, we've covered this. We do not believe this,
No,
but
it's
the
fucked up.
jokes will be very borderline.
So-
Correct.
I mean, it's not like they're like, and this happens. It's not like they kidnapped a
Oh.
6-year-old child
No,
and
I
forced
get-
it into
I
sex
get you.
slavery.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's a little different. Where like the one girl was like, I'll let you.
So the one was like,
It's-
he made
it's
me
the
have sex in
implication.
New York with him, and then he made me have sex in Arizona with him, and then he made me have sex twice in Tennessee with him, and then on his plane one time. And I'm just like, made you like, you're in multiple states doing this. Like, all you had to do was just not go.
Well, and there's that like, okay, but did he make you like, was this rape or was it coercion? Like, did he just like,
Well, I think
hey,
it was
you want to
coercion.
have a
I think
good
it was
time?
coercion
And
He
with
had
the
a
so it's
money.
gun
like,
on him all the
Gifts.
time. He had a gun.
yeah, I mean, dude,
Point it
it's-
right at
I don't know.
me.
Maybe it was.
It's called
maybe,
fuck all these
maybe
guys.
it was pure rape, but it just seems kind of fucking weird.
I mean,
No, I understand.
On top of the fact that there's only like one girl kind of coming out. Maybe there's other ones I'm not aware of or whatever that's saying all this stuff. But where's those other 50 to 70 year
well,
olds?
isn't it? Maybe it's
What
like,
happened to them? Why
they
aren't
were like,
saying
they're probably like,
anything?
dude, it was a good time. I had a great time.
You know how much money I made?
It was like my best job. Why
got
would
to
I
fuck
speak
a
out
prince.
against this?
Yeah.
You know,
well, it's like the show Firefly. Like, maybe that's the thing. Like, because it was like, they were like space,
The fuck are
like
you
cargo
talking
people.
about?
So like,
Fire-
hear me out,
cargo
hear me out,
people?
hear me out.
Am I
Here.
the only person that
They
doesn't know what
would-
the fuck Firefly is?
No.
It was the show.
So it's
There
like
was
a gay
show
bar.
on Fox that was
On the north
old,
side.
But anyway, it was in space,
Let's
and
go to
so they had to
Firefly.
have what they called a companion, and a companion was like basically like their liaison. She would go on and like sleep with whoever she needed to sleep with, and then the ship would be allowed to like be there and stay and
Okay.
blah 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 blah. So maybe that's what they were doing. Maybe they just needed companions to go and grease some wheels. You know,
Oh,
I
I
mean,
think they definitely had companions to grease.
Yeah, I think they did too.
they just need to
I don't know how that
reframe,
applies,
I think,
but-
Epstein's Island and just make it like a show and just do Epstein's Island.
Well, I will
And
say,
then
in
people will be like,
looking
"Oh,
into
I-"
this or whatever, yesterday we were doing a little bit of research and watching some stuff on it and whatever. And they kept showing a lot of these women that have come forward, like, pictures of them at 17, 18, whatever they were when all this stuff started happening to them. Let's just say, I don't think most of these women that went were just sweet, innocent kids playing in the yard with Barbies and got swooped up into a car and sex trafficked.
No.
Oh, no. I mean, I'm pretty sure that.
I'm pretty sure most of them already had some experience in that field, maybe not trafficking wise.
But they knew what the fuck they were doing
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure.
to some extent. They had an idea of what was expected.
Well, it takes a certain amount of daddy issue also to like
Oh,
agree
sure
to
it
do
does.
something like
I mean,
that.
is
assume.
there, what was the youngest girl confirmed on the island?
I don't know.
I don't know. It was said by Epstein to, it's in the paperwork to one of his associates or whatever, that they, when asked about Clinton, that he likes them young, and the younger the better. So
Oh,
whatever that means, I don't know.
I'm waiting for the Clinton Jared connection to come out.
Clinton, what?
Jared from Subway.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, Jared from Subway, bro.
I mean, he did end up like,
he's still in prison.
is he?
That's pretty wild, dude. You
Some
would have ever
weird
thought
thought, dude. I
Jared
don't
from
know.
Subway is a pedophile. He's
Yeah.
he's like low on the totem pole. You know, it's like we gotta out one of us. You know, in this elite club of pedophiles, they're like,
He's just a patsy?
fuck Jared, dude. Get rid of that fat ass. And they're like, all right. Jared's
all
taking
that-
the
all that
fuck-
loose
this'll-
skin's
this'll
kinda
keep the
gross
heat off of
getting
us
out of
for a long time.
yep.
Let Jared take the fuck him.
It could
And then
be.
there it went.
His sandwiches suck anyway.
No,
Yeah,
No,
one
but that's-
Subway, Jared.
I just don't think that. I don't know. Unless I see other evidence, like I don't believe that these girls didn't know what they were talking about. And I mean, all of us can think back to when we were 15 years old. Who was the slut in your school?
I won't say the
that's
name,
all
but I did
right.
yesterday.
Let's not
Yeah,
say
we-
the names.
It's
We
not
all
the
know.
same.
But
It's
do you-
not the same,
that,
man.
But if that girl who was already sleeping with
Oh, okay, yeah. She becomes
20-year-olds
yeah,
at
I got
15 years
you.
old
Is now
was
getting
offered-
paid to do
is now-
so.
yes.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would think that girl would probably just go along with that and be like, fuck, I'm going to fuck anyway.
Why not make money?
There was girls like that. I mean, how do you think girls become prostitutes?
And then she walks in a room and there's fucking Dick Cheney.
There's prostitutes that like it.
I'm gonna give you my little Cheney. You're gonna get my little Cheney.
One of her best friends was like, "Yeah, I want to be a porn star." So, like,
oh yeah.
The
For
same
like
thing,
4
right? I mean, sort of.
years, and then
I guess the difference.
but I
there
mean,
would
it's
be
like,
if
but
they
a chick like
decide-
that. But if a chick like that got the offer to be like, "Here, do you want to come out to this island and have a great time and drink and have fun and sleep with lots of wealthy dudes?"
most of those
Sure.
girls would have been like, I want to be a
you
porn
want to fly to
star.
Arizona? I mean,
those chicks
Right.
though would be like, I
mean,
want to be a
know.
porn star when I grow up, and then they do porn for like 4 years and they're mediocre, and then they then afterwards I want to have a lifelong meth addiction until I end up dying from overdose or shot in some back alley somewhere.
Well, no, I think the difference, like
no, getting back shot in an alley.
That's
somewhere.
right.
Well, yeah,
That's
I mean
right.
that was
Yeah.
previous to the meth addiction.
Well, I think the thing is though, so it's trying to be spun and sold like through the media as like
Our people aren't
abducting
bad.
children, taking them to this island and forcing
They're
them.
downplaying it.
I think they're
Well, they're upplaying.
trying.
They're
I think they're trying to actually make it.
more than
Bigger
what it
deal
is.
than what
More
I haven't
than what it
watched
is?
any of it, dude. I glanced at it.
Yeah, I was
I
just
heard
saying,
it coming out. I've just been totally like detached from all that shit.
Well, and again, if you want to get into the, it was manipulation by
Oh, sure.
these wealthy
Yeah.
people that knew exactly what they were doing and what they were trying to accomplish. And it was-
Most wealthy people know exactly what they're doing
And-
all the time.
and manipulation and again things
Except for Hunter Biden.
things like things like that. I totally agree. And again, morally inappropriate
yeah,
for sure.
of course, for sure.
But to think that they were just like getting people into the back of a white minivan with candy
No,
and puppies
yeah.
is not what happened here.
No,
you know what I mean?
no, it's
Oh,
definitely
totally.
not. There's way worse sex trafficking shit going on in the
Yeah.
world where they're actually like legit raping
Yeah, it's
little
Buying and
fucking
selling
kids.
children.
You
yes.
find that
yeah.
down at the border. That's where you
Yeah,
find
that's
that.
a lot of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. There's it's a sick fucking world out there, but I just think this is something that I'm not saying I agree with it at any fucking. It's insane to try to like think of a girl that age. I have a daughter that age. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's fucked up. But I just don't think that they were like. I don't think it was a kidnapping situation. I think it was more of an offer. That's why the women were recruited.
Right.
Because they went out and they found other girls with fucking daddy issues or whatever the problems they have.
Yeah, it was
Or-
sex for hire.
Yeah, it was. It
It's
was.
what it was.
And sex is the oldest profession for women in the fucking world. Women have been selling their fucking bodies since the dawn of time.
And that's really all they had at one point.
Dude, they found out. They did this. They did this fucking test with monkeys. Shit you not. I don't know all the details about this.
They picked
But
hookers.
they started giving
What?
monkeys coins in order to purchase snacks and food, and the monkeys figured it out, or orangutans or chimps or whatever the fuck they
Yeah.
were. Monkeys. And so what ended up happening is all the chick monkeys had stacks of fucking coins because the fucking male monkeys would give the woman their coins just to get laid. So the fucking chick monkeys had all the fucking money.
Fuck, man, we are primates, aren't we?
Yeah.
Shit.
right?
I mean,
Yeah.
That's because we
Nature
didn't have
is
bananas.
racist
You know what I
right
mean? It's
there,
like, well,
dude.
I don't have bananas, but I have these coins.
yeah. And they can
Yeah.
get you bananas, and they fucking realize that, and they're like,
Yeah.
all right, I'll fuck
And
you.
the
How many coins
wildest
you got?"
bananas, when they're holed up in some lab facility somewhere, it's coins.
Yeah.
Just saying.
How many hours a week do I need to work to get some?
Yeah.
All right, 50. Cool.
Right?
I'm in.
With a little bit of overtime.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Big paycheck this week, honey.
So it's just,
Next
Yeah.
thing you know, it's going to be a feeder monkey. It's going to be like some 400-pound
And look,
chimp. Just
Sex
getting-
sells, man.
I've never bought a hooker or a prostitute. I wouldn't do that. It's fucking weird and shit
Really?
like that. But women have cost me more money than I've ever made in this entire life.
Why are you surprised?
Dale seems like he'd buy a hooker. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, in my mind, you seem like a hooker kind of
I
guy.
feel like when I go out here after the break, there's going to be a chick sitting out there. But who are you? She said, I'm here for Dale.
Not a prostitute. Still
No.
going to cost me a lot of money, though.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
no.
I'm
She
sorry.
just
That's-
wants the D. It's like a favor.
Just like a lot of the girls
The
on
Dale.
Epstein Island.
I want the D, Dale.
I should just start my own
Detail.
island, and it's just me fucking hand jobs and sucking cock and just.
That's right.
That's what you're doing?
I don't give a fuck. How much does it pay? Do I make more than I
Go
do
to
now?
Dale's
per hour?
Island. It's like,
It doesn't
do
have
I
to be
want to get
exclusively
jerked and
women.
sucked
No,
off
it
by
doesn't.
Dale? Nah, I'm not going to go down there this
I'll
weekend.
jerk a prince off
Maybe
for a
next
couple
week.
million.
Dale's
fucking
sex
today.
trafficking himself.
Wait,
Right.
yeah.
I'm being whisked
The
off
hotel's
to
back there.
Arizona
So wait,
this
where
weekend.
are we doing this? Well, I'm gonna be fishing, so if you want me to suck your dick, you have to come out over here.
Hold on, I got a bite.
Now, I do think Epstein and all these elites that were going to his islands, whatever they were doing, I mean,
There
you
was
know,
money involved.
there was money involved. I think there was
I'm
a
sure
lot
there
of
was
shady
cocaine,
back
drugs,
alley
alcohol,
deals being made.
Lots of cigarettes smoked, a lot of cocaine snorted, a lot of
Oh,
alcohol drank,
I am certain.
a lot
there was
of young
that.
girls,
Well, dude,
had lots of things done to them in unspeakable ways.
Yep.
Girls are like, yeah, that's Bill Clinton, and I'm
I know
getting
it's
paid.
like it's like they were in high school with a bunch of boys.
Old
Yeah.
Bill Clinton.
Almost
I mean,
exactly.
I had sexual relations with that girl, and she was 16, but it was legal at the time because I was in Arkansas.
I was in Arkansas. Pull up the chart.
I've been known to have.
Yeah, Arkansas is one of them.
Is it?
I've been known to have sexual relations with girls.
I was making that
You
up.
don't
From
even know
15
where
year olds
Arkansas
all
is.
the
Look
way
at
to
look at Gus trying to find
Oh,
out
yeah,
where
he's going,
Arkansas
where can I
is.
go?
Public
Where am I
school
safe?
has failed
Oh,
you.
Jesus Christ.
Where are you?
It's the leg of the baker, dude.
16
Right
in
below
Miss-
Tennessee. To your right.
16 in
You were almost
Mississippi.
on it,
Oh
buddy.
man, you're so close. Up,
There
up,
it
there
is.
you go.
Or left. Yeah, sorry.
16, right? Yes.
Yeah, 16 there.
Bill's right. That's why I'm the governor of Arkansas.
Now
I can have
the other
sexual
really good
relations with
point-
16-year-old girls.
that Dale brought up yesterday is every news thing like this, right? This big, and
Mhm.
this has been coming for a while, right? Because like last
Yeah,
year,
te-
they were like
there's a-
in January,
A
they're going to
teaser,
release
man. It
it.
was the
In
teaser.
January, they're going to release it.
Yeah.
Sometime in January.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on that they want us talking about Epstein's list of nothingness?
Right.
Well, it's all the billionaires building the bunkers.
You think it's just so we don't see the construction equipment? Like,
Well, you know, people report on all that shit, right?
But they won't hear
Who
the
does?
giant machinery going down
Who
the
does? The
street
mainstream
if they're
media
watching.
doesn't report on
I
shit.
don't listen to mainstream media, but I've heard there's been, there's people that watch rich people, and there's a lot of people that watch rich people that aren't part of that circle, and there's lots of people building underground bunkers for some sort of.
Well, I will say this.
And then they put that movie out on Netflix that like Leave the World Behind bullshit. I'm like, that's really pretty much how they would do that.
I'm gonna have to check that movie out now. 'cause
But
that's right up my alley.
communications, and divide the world for years. So you get you really start defining the
They
left
wouldn't
and the
try to
right.
divide us, Aaron. This is
Conservatives-
conspiracy theories.
Conservatives are racist. They're a threat to the country. You let people, you know what I
Goddamn
mean?
right.
You really create the division, man. The
Yep.
separate class. And then you get them all heated up. And then, boom, communications are down, dude. Now food and water, nothing's coming in. Y'all gonna kill yourself. Who's gonna win? You know what I mean? Is it gonna be some dude with blue hair?
Yeah,
Is
no,
it gonna be
that's-
some hunter
That's how
coming
it breaks.
into town? I would go
That's
with the
how it
hunter,
breaks.
dude.
It's food. It's food. When you take
Oh,
the when you take the
Exactly.
food away, that's when society breaks down into madness.
All you do is take down the internet and any communication, the cell phones, the cellular, the cellular phone structure, and the internet, and basically just like radios, just meow, meow.
Why does it sound like you have this plan?
This is this is an
Part of it.
emergency broadcast.
He's just giving us the playbook, is all he's doing.
Basically, I mean that it made sense, dude. I mean, you spend years dividing the country to
Well, they
where
already control food and stuff. I remember a
That's
couple
how it
years ago
happened.
hearing about a bunch of farmers in this area that were paid by the federal government to plow their fields. So they
Yeah.
planted, crops were about to come out, and instead of harvesting, they actually got paid more to just plow the field down, not
Yeah.
harvest it,
Mhm.
than
Joe
they would have
Biden went out
made
there,
off
man.
of harvesting it. So of course the farmer's like, fuck,
Of course.
more money, yeah.
What was it like
And
2
they're-
years ago?
To
that-
control the prices of the grain and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It was there was going to be too much, so the prices were going to be too low, and that's how they spun it.
yeah, right.
But why wouldn't you want more food? Like, even if like we can't use it, there's too much for us
They're
to
making
consume.
food for the billionaires that's going in the bunkers underground.
Because
man.
if you actually took
You need
it
to
and
make
you
this
shipped
food.
it off to all these other countries and stuff, you affect their economies and all
There's
this
plenty
other
of
shit.
starving nations if we have
But
extra
they-
grain
and
that we
there's
could
no-
send it to.
This is the thing,
Oh,
though.
yeah. We
is
could
it's
be
those-
altruistic for once, but that probably won't fucking
Nah, plow
happen.
the field.
But in that situation, it's the government paying the farmers to make food, and we're like, oh, we're going to give the surplus to other countries, but they're storing it in their underground bunkers.
Right. Well, and I did hear some of the farmers. I know one guy that was like, they
Didn't-
came to me and asked me to do that, and I was like, no. It
Didn't
seems
Joe
like
Biden go to some
morally
dude's
wrong to me
farm
to
a
do
couple years
this.
ago? Wasn't Joe Biden at some dude's farm in St. Anne or something a couple years ago?
Yeah.
Was it like the O'Connors or something? The
Something.
Connors, Roseanne and Dan Connor farm?
I don't think it was quite.
I don't think it was
that
them.
but
But I remember him coming up there, and I don't remember. He probably like, went up there and mumbled and then fell over, tripped over something.
no, I
and
remember there was
shat
like
himself.
3 people that showed up to see the president. And
Yeah,
like,
I
everyone's
mean-
really super stoked
Yeah,
on it.
basically, it's just like everything's a show. We're dividing the country, take out all of the, communication devices, the internet. Then there's no more food distribution, and then it becomes a civil war between people to survive with whatever's left in the stores. And then that's,
Do you think that's what Epstein's about?
all because of fucking Epstein.
all because of the people that are involved and what they want to go down was banging young girls on Epstein's Island.
Okay.
Yes.
Bill Gates would
Seems
build under. It
interesting.
wasn't Mark Zuckerberg. It's all these people with lots of money are going to be prepared for the fallout to hide out.
Oh, yeah.
I think
And
Aaron,
we're all going to be
Aaron's
fucking
working
fighting to
for him.
survive.
See, we're
You
talking
just
about the
realizing that now?
Epstein list, and all of a sudden he's like, they're getting close, and just starts spinning some weird shit. It gets us all sidetracked. Like, oh yeah, no, it's.
Are you diverting our attention
I
right
I mean,
now?
really, it would
On
be
this
like,
podcast.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
if I'm diverting your attention in real time, then I basically like what it would get down to is like you guys need to go and find these billionaires and murder them.
We need to.
You see what I'm saying? That's why
I'm fucking
that's
busy. I got
that's
shit
how
to
you're
do.
gonna spin it.
We already did the
my-
Clock
I
podcast.
kind of want to gone. It's
No,
happening.
I think the fucking thing is here is murder, right?
Correct.
Murder. I'm not condoning
You know-
that anyone goes and murders a billionaire, but I'm just saying is
I don't think that changes
I'm gonna
anything,
be
but-
prepared to defend against one.
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
I'll spit on
That's
my
all
hand.
Fuck yeah.
Give me that fucking
On
powder.
your
Where's this
island.
motherfucker at?
On
I mean, a
your
lot of
island.
people,
Right.
a lot of people would, but I'm just saying is it's very interesting how
A lot of people would.
how like something like that could easily go
Look,
down.
Hey, look. As
I agree. But
Andrew Schultz says,
I mean, look at Congress, dude.
billionaires can grab you by the pussy, okay? An average guy makes minimum wage. You can't have his minimum wage hands up in your pussy. That billionaire, though, he's got nice manicured nails and shit. He can
Soft
grab you by the
hands.
pussy and get away with that. Because how
Might
many
get a
billionaires you
cot
know?
in the bunker,
None.
man.
How many poor fucking minimum wage motherfuckers like me do you know? A lot of them. If we all started grabbing you by the pussy, you'd be pissed.
yeah,
But a billionaire, dude,
Would I
comes
though?
up.
If I was a girl and you start,
you'd be fighting you a billionaire, wouldn't you?
well,
I've been looking, man. I ain't
Yeah,
found
there's
one.
not many out there. Not looking my way anyway. I'm too old.
I'm just saying though. I'm not throwing out that that's everything that I believe, but I mean, the system isn't set up for guys like us or even
No.
people that listen to us.
Yeah,
either.
there's no billionaire.
Us worker
sitting-
bees? No,
There's
man.
no
those-
like
even those
billionaire that's like, you know
brainless
what?
people-
I need some friends that just want to drink my fucking beer and play video games.
Yeah.
That'd be great. I'd be like, I'll be a friend.
Well, there's some NFL guys that probably do that. Yeah, most of them are just dudes.
Just fucking horrible at Madden.
Yeah, but they don't.
Yeah.
That would be embarrassing.
Even the people that disagree with us, like they'll just let
What's
you
a
die.
dime?
You know what I mean? We actually care about you more than the people that you're defending. Like, I'm out here for this protest.
Well, I don't think anybody's defending Epstein right now.
No, I'm not talking about
Maybe.
Epstein. I'm just talking
I'm not
about
defending
the
him either. Was saying
the
like, I
elite
think these
class.
girls knew what they got into, but
I think that's just facts.
I think they just did.
Yeah, there's some, and again, like some of them, sure. Was there some nefarious shit? Probably.
there always is. You
Oh,
cannot
always.
involve man and there not be
Nefarious.
some nefarious shit. That's impossible.
This is
That's
for you,
true.
Drew. This is for you.
Nef AF, baby.
Nef AF, man,
Nefarious.
for sure. Epstein was Nef AF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree.
Epstein was very
You don't
nefarious.
get. You don't
Yeah.
get
which makes this episode
like-
very nefarious.
like unalived in your fucking prison cell
Unalive.
because like
And I think this is the
you're
best.
a good dude.
I think this is exactly the best
He
place
was
to
sad.
wrap up this podcast. Is
Did Epstein kill himself?
Epstein didn't kill himself.
I think he was really sad.
I don't know, dude. I mean, like cameras are down, and this is
I think
like
he's really sad that some big dude came into his cell and hung it.
right.
Yeah.
We're gonna make
Strangled
it
him.
look like you hung yourself. He's like,
Strangled him with
what are
his
you
dick."
doing in here? This is what happened when he came in. Like Epstein's sitting there, they're like shut down the cameras and shit, right?
Yeah, and
They
Vinny
brought
and
this
Tony showed
just
up. and you're
giant, like,
fucked.
Big giant black dude in there, right?
I
There's
didn't think so.
Epstein. He's like,
I want to think it's two big Italian motherfuckers, dude. They show up
Two.
in suits, and it's
I think
like,
they were wearing
you're gonna
suits.
hang yourself, and
That
you're
was
like,
my point.
okay, I am, ain't I?
Yeah,
I guess so.
there were
yeah.
suits involved.
Man,
Suits.
I think you're right. He was sad that they made him
kill
die.
himself.
Tie this.
So
into
you're gonna
something around your
unalive
neck.
you, or I'm gonna unalive you. You got a choice.
They ain't gonna tell either way.
Either way.
You gonna
Yeah.
fucking die now?
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
you
It
are.
was probably like some just like dude
I think
They
so.
went and
prison
had
guard,
pasta al dente.
Unless-
minimum wage.
Unless there's something else that comes
off
out,
my-
some huge revelation, I think the Epstein thing has been beaten to the ground.
Yep.
You know,
No, I think
we
so
talked
too.
about for years.
Nuh-uh.
Is it really a big? It's a big nothing burger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I think
there's
what we
more.
do on the next episode is we talk about the
Bill Clinton was just like, "Well, I just got found out that I
Justin's
like to fuck
sexual
little girls,"
preferences.
but
What do you
everyone
guys
knew
think?
that
Next
Next
already.
episode, just in
I-
sexual preferences. I like that. And if
think
you've
that
made
was
it this far,
Um,
make sure you're liking, you're subscribing, you're hitting that bell notification.
All sex.
Oh yeah,
is
You-
good sex.
Could you please
We
do
don't even
that?
have to have
and we'll
them.
see you on the next one.
My dang old truck, my dang old pickup truck, and my dog. Who hit my wife?